so many teams in the LPL, and the level of play that you see in the top half can be really compared to LCK. The bottom half, not so much. So you get a lot of stats from LPL, and you know I like to talk about stats on the broadcast with our kind of sister league over there in China. But sometimes those stats don't always line up in terms of the level of play we see here consistently across the LCK. I like the Victor pick here a lot, actually, with late game Orange. So there is a late game option here. There is fallback. This is not a very strong late game composition on the side of Nongshim Red Force as well, even with the Xayah on the other side. So yeah. I do think that, you know, this is going to be another slow-paced game for me and you, Atlas.
I think it might be, although if Fred and Brion are going to be able to say anything about it, I think they're going to try and up this pace as much as we can, as much as they can. As we hop onto the Rift here for game number 1, Fred and Brion versus Nongshim Red Force.
Fight
another reason
up there, but does allow him to guarantee that he's not going to be behind going to the late game. Ooh, this is not a fight I think that Umti wants to commit to.
No, he's going to have to flash to get himself out. There's Lens picked up as well, and now Umti finds himself in melee range with 2 people in first blood very comfortably. Goes over to Peanut. Lava doing his very best to try and trade back here as the death ray is going to be flashed out of. Very impressive. Nice work. Able to at least alleviate that stat issue that they had.
Baby steps, beat Damwon Kia, then get a Herald.
All right, well, there's the slow onto Henna. Featherstorm out very early, but they just go straight for the Thresh, and Henna takes so much damage. Kellen gets himself out as well as Docdom with 1 extra minion here is going to keep himself safe, and now Henna with no Featherstorm finds himself surrounded underneath this outer turret, and there's no help on the way whatsoever. No teleports to be picked up, no nothing. As now Henna's desperately going to try and make this one work.
Way to kill him is, meanwhile, they're going to continue this.
Yep, another dive towards the bottom side as Rich is just going to make sure that that Thresh isn't going to get anything done. Look at all the wards. You can't click nothing.
With all the extra gold. We're going to watch this once again. The wards to stop the Lantern is actually just so hilarious.
It's
Sorry.
So troll. There's just so many.
Can't click on it. Not to mention this chain CC as well to make it even harder.
So he's going to take a drink. Rich is going to breathe some fire, otherwise not too much is going to happen. Umti definitely not going to die because he does have Ragnarok and Flash available. Wants to protect this control ward, and does so actually. As you can see Hoya playing very aggressively against Rich. Umti utilizing that to try and get himself an advantage as Hoya. Oh man. As Peanut hops over the wall, he's going to clear out some extra vision, but information still gained as that's the bubble. That's exactly what you want to land as Kellen. It's going to be much more difficult for him to engage on anything right now as he's had to get over the wrong side of the wall as well. Peanut looking to try and make this a 50-50 as bro. Let's see whether they can actually win a team fight off the back of this one as Umti finds himself at the back of the pit. It's going to be the Xayah of all people that locks down the dragon as that's a great stun to avoid the last part of the on, and Rich is going to get taken down. No, sorry, Hoya's just going to get taken down. Rich not able to get too much more, but the Xayah is going to fall once again.
All right, well, this is one of those fights where actually Nongshim gets control first. So we have to see, like, this is just too slow, unfortunately, for Fred and Brion.
Denial as well, so not even able to get that soul that they've been looking for. Rich looking for an engage, but Lava's over the wall. And he didn't even have to use his flash or anything like that. That was a little bit of a bait there. Rich looking a bit silly. Egg on the face. And this Cloud Drake also just going to be wiped out in an instant. Blink of an eye. It's taken down.
Doctom could just clear it so fast at this stage. I mean, we're almost 30 minutes into the game.
Hoya teleports in on top of the gravity field, but he's able to get out of there. Good hook is going to land onto Rich, who doesn't have enough Bellows breaths, but does use it to get out of the cask. That was beautifully done. Hoya throws his ultimate away, unfortunately, into a W.
They're looking for Rich.
Not going to be punished too much as Hoya actually engaging here towards the top side. Blast Cone going to be there. Bay holds onto the flash for now. Actually doesn't mind too much about it. He's just getting surrounded. Chaos Storm does a lot of work as Rich comes through with the on-horn. Docdom trying to fly forward, but the Killer Instinct doesn't get too much value as now Peanut. He's found Hoya, but Hoya is so tanky. No one's dying in this fight. Gravity Field really doing anything either. Not those people, but this is a comp that is purely about vision.
Oh no.
Using that QSS. Henna once again finds himself in the front line, but avoids the solar flare quite nicely. The box is set up just to try and zone as best they can. Umti goes through, doesn't get too much value, and now Docdom's trying to punish him. Flashes over the wall, and once again...
I feel like Nongshim really need to be careful how they're fighting this.
Oh, good bubble is going to connect there. Eclipse will mitigate some of the damage, but special delivery does go into the stopwatch though, and Peanut secures the dragon. The Leona is going to fall. The objective does go the way of Nongshim. They can go for a disengage if they would like to, and it looks like Fred at Brion not actually interested in pushing the issue here just a little bit. There's another Killer Instinct, but immediately Delight goes into his stopwatch, gets himself out of the area with the flash as well as the collateral damage, not able to finish off the Thresh. And that's going to be where Rich is able to augment this squad. And he's now going to throw down that ultimate, gets a knock up onto Umti, and nothing actually comes of it, of course. They tried to bait me with an ultimate there, and I did not fall for it, as Rich is just building items.
Yeah, Immortal Shield Bow ends up being a really great choice, because he can really force Credit Rion back a lot of the time. As here we go.
Well, yeah, in goes Hoya, grabs a decent cast, but Doctor, massive shield. The Leona immediately falls down, but Nongshim still have their carries alive. Peanut gets a lot of value with the collateral damage, and Hoya will fall down the front line. A bit of a mess right now, but Henna's started to build some items up. He does some damage, and Dr. has to get out of there. Not feeling like the Kai'Sa is quite as strong in comparison to the Xayah at this stage.
And this is very dangerous, but they've got a very fast clear time, and I think they will get away with it. They're just, unfortunately, the lava's not here early enough to...
It's just one of the weird ones. As now Rich finds himself well and truly in the front line. That is a double stun out from the solo play, though, as finally Kellen finds the value he's been looking for. The Ram comes in, and Doctarm also joins the back line. Lava goes golden, but he's going to go straight to the death chamber after that. And as I say that there's not been a real teamfight win, it's a triple kill for Doctarm, and this might just be the end of the game.
Yep, taking one for the president there. It's kinda, you know, you can feel that bot love, right, between support and AD. But this is going to be the end of the game. Some really sloppy engages across the board for a Nongshim Red Force that were significantly ahead throughout the game. Just struggled to close it out, struggled to take those objectives, but they will collapse the Nexus in the end.
Check out the numbers. This is going to very much help that pitiful 19% damage. In the mid lane, Bay was certainly throwing out all the death rays he could find, and when you see a Zoe number that is that low in a game that went this long, then you know that the pick just wasn't working the way that it was intended. You can tell that there's definitely vision problems being put forward.
Skirmishes, and also to help you secure kills. If Syndra gets lane priority, the bot lane is going to be explosive for Fred and Rion. They can try to control the game there, get early turret plates. The top matchup, I think, is going to be extremely skill-based, even though Rich is against the Aatrox. He knows this matchup extremely well. He's played into it and has played against it even himself in the Gragas against the Aatrox quite a lot. So the top matchup in the top 2v2, you definitely feel like going to be favored a little bit towards Nongshim Red Force, but the bot side of the map, I think that's where Fred Rion makes the plays to get that early lead.
Well, we'll see whether they can actually do that, because Peanut is very much set up for a very strong top 2v2. Gragas and Kindred together have always worked very well. You put down your ult, and then you tell everybody else to leave. Yeah, Wolf just chilling there, just trying to see whether he can gnaw into Umti a little bit. As a bit of a Jin Air fan there.
Yeah, as he should be. I mean, who isn't really? At this point, it's not even biased. They're not in the league anymore.
Oh, no. He sees a horse, and immediately he's out of there. Lane priority on the bottom side. That is definitely high value, as Umti's going to come in, look to clear out this ward. Peanut going to follow him through as Rich has created some decent distance, and yeah, exactly right. The Zoe going to come through. A late teleport to follow up, as that value from the shield is massive. Umti getting taken down very low as Rich finds the first blood with a beautiful body slam flash, and Hoya got baited by Peanut's positioning as well. Faye picks up a kill, and Rich isn't done. He's got double buffs, and he wants to tell Hoya that this is his champion, and he will do so.
And this is a great start already, you know, 3-0 now for Nongshim Red Force.
And it's going to continue by the looks of things, as Bay's still up here towards the top side, and Hoya is just relegated to underneath his turret. Peanut gonna pick up a kill there on the Aatrox. It was in fact set to lava, so not gonna get there. There's the flash forward from Kellen. Oh no, Delight gets a decent face breaker, but Peanut's here once again. This early game has just been dominated by Peanut, and gets it in the end, but doesn't do too much damage, as here's another engage. Delight's going to be able to take down Peanut to start this one off, as the attract repel, not very attractive for Kellen, as he's just going to fall down.
Help you out, so that global ends up being great for bot side on this part of the map. And you can see this is aggression coming out from the side of Nongshim in this previous fight where Delight gets taken out. But after this, you know, in this engage here, like, they know where Peanut is. Delight decides to X-Flash over the wall there. Goes to the face breaker, but already Umti is here. And so, sets damage output cannot be ignored. Little trap set up there, and Kellen is like, I don't know if Kellen's thinking about escaping here, if he's thinking about setting up for a stun for the fight to go longer, but sadly, we all know what the...
It's best to try and zone them with barrels and things of the like. Everyone on Bro has grouped up though, and we're looking at Bay to see whether he can land some of these trouble bubbles to make things work. Oh, the cask is great. Out from Rich as Doctarm gets into the backline. Henna takes too much damage, has to flash away to safety. And now Hoyer as well. He's running away. Kellen diving on into the back of the pit. It's the Thunderdome here for Nongshim as Lava dives out of it. He doesn't want anything to do with this, but Rich is chasing him yet again. Lava, unfortunately, always having to deal with this fat guy chasing after him. And the dash over the wall from Hoyer is going to get him to safety. So Lava will survive this one. As we've got a bit of a collapse towards the bottom side. Teleport in. There's the man drop. And the ulti comes through from the set. Kellen goes golden. Actually buys a lot of time underneath this turret. He will eventually fall down, and it will be Henna delivered the kill. And this turret should go down at the same time. Peanut gonna trade it for Shirley towards the top side, but it feels like a consolation prize. As that kill and getting your Samira as fed as possible feels like the game plan here for Bro.
That is definitely the game plan, and that's what they've been trying to operate around. You know, these aggressive skirmishes. Samira should be getting cleaned up this fight if he can do it. I mean, this is their last chance, really.
Oh, that bubble. Absolutely amazing landing onto Lava, stopping him from getting any of this poke damage through. Keep your eye on Bay. These sort of fights, exactly where Zoe thrives. As Peanut trying to dance away from Hoyer here, who does have a decent flanking position, can umble dash to get himself in there. Portal jump comes down as Rich has found Umti. Barrel comes in as well. Peanut in smiting position. He should be able to take this one. No, the smite comes in, and it is taken by Umti, but this is an absolute cavalcade of a fight. Doctarm dives into the backline, has to flash out immediately. He's lucky to survive, and the rest of the team, they're there to clean up as Rich from the back of the pit throws in a barrel, but Delight just gonna burn to death, and this fight is all about the Zoe. Bay finally having that pop-off experience as he picks up his flash, throws a bubble into Narnia, and Hoyer is going to try and walk away as best he can. Doctarm just gets out of the fight and looking to try and take down an inner turret, and this was a huge one for Nongshim.
Absolutely massive. 4,000 damage to Bay in this fight as Hoyer tries to escape.
Oh no.
Oh, gets actually a trade onto Kellen.
Yeah, I like this one a lot. Knockup comes down onto Rich as well. I mean, Hoyer's gonna die, but he's already got value out of this one. Bay gonna try
the setup for these big explosive Zoe fights.
Well, this is a big explosive man drop into the blue side jungle of Nongshim Redforce. Unti is going to be pushed against the wall as Rich is a brick wall in this game. Doctarm going to grab that first kill as Henna, he tries to pop off around the fight, but he's not going to be able to. Double kill comes in. Rich continuing to try and find more as Hoyer wants to be a hero, but unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be enough. The Zoe grabs that one, and now Delight finds himself on the wrong side of the map. Lava in the same position. They found the safety of their turret on the bottom side last time as Rich just accepts the gameplay and says, happy bee, everyone. Ace comes through. Nongshim Redforce looking for the Baron.
Yep, this is going to be an easy peasy Baron.
It's completely ignored bottom lane. That just basically doesn't exist here for Nongshim. There's another ulti from Umti. Does dive in. It's a great barrel out from Rich, though, who's trying to win this fight. Yeah, unfortunately, it looks like Bro are just way too far behind. Umti's even going to get chased down by Doctarm. His killer instinct right into the back line. There's the ulti from Delight. Does manage to tidy up Peanut right there, but it's a double kill. And Doctarm is just having the time of his life. Make that one a triple. Rich is a real happy bee, and I think he's going to get it, to be perfectly honest. I feel like he's had almost 100% kill contribution. 20 KDA if it could be defined. Yep. It can't because he hasn't died just yet. This Nexus turret going to go down. The next one going to follow suit very, very quickly. And once again today, we get a 25-minute shellacking. This time, it's Nongshim Redforce taking down Fredit Brion.
Very, very dominant performance here from Nongshim, turning around what was a very passive...
They're a bit bigger fish to fry here in the LCK.
Certainly true.
And the Rich damage. What the heck?
I mean, it's incredible to me that Rich actually did more than Bay did in this game. That's the most impressive stat line. It's actually almost 5,000 damage ahead. But they worked together as a duo so incredibly well. It was awesome to see. And yeah, Peanut didn't do that much damage. We talked about he didn't get his marks, but he set the tempo for Nongshim Redforce so well in those early ganks. And